Donald Trump was supposed to be here this morning. He backed out. He instead was in Kansas. I sense that the crowd has an opinion on that. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, this is the American Conservative Union, and so, I mean, it's usually reserved for conservatives. And no, but this matters. I mean, look, either the ideas behind conservatism matter or they do not. And if they do not, then it's fine, but I believe they do. It is not enough to say, vote for me because I'm angrier and over the top and I'm going to do and say things no one else is going to do. I get that anger and frustration, I really do. But let me tell you something. I've said this before. It is not a coincidence that there are people, a plethora of young conservative leaders in this country in their 40s and 50s. Myself, Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, Scott Walker, Susanna Martinez, Nikki Haley, Paul Ryan. Why? Why? Why are there so many young conservatives now serving our country? I'll tell you why. Because we grew up in the era of Reagan. And Ronald Reagan looked and acted nothing like Donald Trump. And look at the Democrats. Who is the young and up-and-coming Democrat? Bernie Sanders.
Senator, let me ask you a question about that, though. And I asked Ted Cruz about this week as well. You're stepping up your rhetoric big time against Donald Trump on the question of whether or not he is a true conservative. You started doing that at CNN's debate last week. You're calling him a con artist and a fraud. If you believe those things, why did you wait until February of 2016 to say so?
Well, a couple reasons why. Number one is because for much of this campaign, I've been fighting off other people attacking me, and so that takes a little bit of time, too. And the other is, look, I didn't get into this to beat up on the other candidates. I really didn't. I had hoped that voters, if you had told me a year ago that the front runner at this stage in the Republican campaign would be a supporter of Planned Parenthood, who says he doesn't stand with Israel, who says that, who has a long record of supporting government-sponsored health care, I would say, on what planet would that be the Republican front runner? But it's happened, and I think we have to ask ourselves, why have we allowed that to happen? So I don't think any of us anticipated it.
And why is that? What is the question to that? Why have conservatives have voted and voted for him?
Well, I mean, part of the reason, and I think you're one of the reasons why, and I don't mean to take you on this, but I want to be clear, because I've now been sitting here for 5 minutes, and 2 of the 3 questions have been about Donald Trump. That's the reason why he keeps getting all this attention.
That's fair, but he is the front runner.
That's
fair, but he is the front runner, and you've been making your campaign about Donald Trump.
No, but even before he was the front runner, Donald would offend someone personally, he'd make fun of a disabled reporter or attack a woman journalist, and he would dominate news coverage. Of course he's going to get all this attention. It's fine, I'm not complaining about it. All I'm saying to you is, the reason why we talk about it and the reason why a lot of this has happened is that the other night at the debate, I didn't do the count, but over half the questions I asked were somehow related to my opinion of Donald Trump. I'm more than happy to share with you my opinion of Donald Trump, but I'm running for president because I think this country needs to re-embrace the Constitution, this country needs to re-embrace free enterprise, and needs to re-embrace a strong national defense.